What's going on guys, Aero here and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as it's been about a month since the trailer has been revealed for this game and I'm still very excited for it. I've got a lot of videos planned about it, but in this video I figured we could talk about some of the hidden details and kind of secrets from this trailer that a lot of people may have not noticed. Now some of these maybe you've already heard about, but maybe some of these you haven't considered. Either way, I hope that it's some more Xenoblade 3 content for you to chew on, and definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think about some of these. I always love hearing everybody's speculation and theories because this really is kind of the most fun part when a new game like this is about to release. So we're going to be taking a look at 10 details from the trailer that you might have not noticed, and so the first one that we have here is actually about the two protagonists, Noah and Mio. So the world of Xenoblade 3 in Ionios is split up into two hostile nations. You've got Kiev, where Noah is from, and then you've got Agnes, where Mio is from, and both Noah and Mio are the two protagonists of this game. However, it also says here on the official Nintendo website that they are both characters known as something called Offseers. Now we don't know exactly what an Offseer could be. Even on the Nintendo website it gives a very vague description where it just says an Offseer is someone who mourns for soldiers who've lost their lives on the battlefield, and it also did mention on the website that the theme for Xenoblade 3 is going to be life, so maybe because of how these two nations are always at war with each other and lots of people are losing their lives, they're kind of really going to be thinking about kind of the soldiers who are losing their lives, mourning from them, and kind of how valuable life really is. Maybe that's something that this game is going to be really kind of focusing on in terms of its central themes. Now one of the things that's interesting about this though is that the term seer has actually been used before in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where if you guys remember, the High Entia family in Alchemoth actually had the divine seer, which was known as Alvis, and Alvis was able to help them be able to see into the future and stuff. So I don't know if that's going to have some type of relationship with how the Offseers are, where maybe they could see into the future or the past or something like that, but it is something that I figured would be worth mentioning. Now, as said by the Xenoblade 3 director himself, Mr. Takahashi, the flutes inside of this game are going to be a very important part, and it looks like that in the trailer, whenever we see these characters playing their flutes, there's always like these really small cube-like particles that are coming out, and we don't know exactly what this could represent. There's even a scene where it looks like that Noah and Mio are actually going to switch their flutes, because we can see right here at the very start of the trailer, Noah is playing a black flute. However, it looks like that they kind of switch the flutes later, where we can see Noah playing the white one and then Mio has the black one. Some theories are saying that these cube particles that are coming out could be representing the souls of the soldiers who they are mourning for. That's a possibility, and what's also really interesting is that if we take a look at the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 logo, we can even see that on the X that has like these particles that are coming out of it. However, these ones are circular shaped and not like the cube ones that we see in the trailer, but I actually have an entire video planned about this, talking about the logo and what it could actually mean, so you can look forward to that video coming very soon. But in terms of the Xenoblade 3 logo, if we take a look at the number 3 on the logo, we can see right here that there's like this really cool looking symbol on here, which is looking like it's going to be a very important part of this game, because we can also see this symbol being tattooed onto every single soldier that is a part of the Kiev's region. Noah has this symbol on the back of his hand, Lance has it on his chin, and then Uni has it on her chest. Now at first, I thought that this was something that was exclusive to the Kiev's characters, looking at their artwork and seeing this icon on there. However, if we take a look back at the trailer and look really closely at Senna in this one frame right here, we can actually see that it looks like that this icon is also on her arm. Now unfortunately they don't show us that part of her arm in her official artwork, and I do feel like that that's intentional. I don't think that they want us to know that the Agnes characters also probably have this icon somewhere as well, so it is something that's just kind of interesting, and we don't really know exactly what it could mean. Maybe it's just some way of identifying which characters are from Ionios. Now speaking of the characters, let's focus on my personal favorite character Uni for just a second, because there is something very interesting about her, and it happens to do with her wings. So in Xenoblade 1, we learn about the race of the High Entia, and all of the High Entia have white wings. However, for Uni, in some parts of the trailer, we can see that she clearly has black wings for some reason. Now we really have no idea as to why this is the case. It could be something as simple as just being a cosmetic thing where you can actually change the color of Uni's wings whenever you want, and you can make them whatever color you want, and that's going to impact what color her wings appear in the cutscenes, or maybe it could be something deeper with exactly how the High Entia are in this world. Now, as we already know, Xenoblade 3 is going to combine the Titan of Mechonis from Xenoblade 1 with Uriah from Xenoblade 2, and if we take a look in the trailer, we can actually see some parts of Mechonis from Xenoblade 1 which look completely revamped and different inside of this new world of Ionios, and I think that that's really cool. One of these that's pretty easy to notice is the Mechonis fingertip, where in Xenoblade 1 this area had a ton of just open vast water around it, but inside of Xenoblade 3 we can see that this area has been improved with so many different little cliffs and mountains and things to be able to explore. Now in terms of Xenoblade 2's Titans, while it does look like that the main Titan is going to be Uriah from that game, there does seem to be little parts and bits from each of the Titans in that game that seem to be noticeable from the trailer itself. We can see right here that this part of the Gorma Titan from that game is also present inside of Xenoblade 3. There's even a little parts from Liftheria that are on here, so it'll be cool to see that this Titan is still going to have a lot of different little parts from the other Titans that are still in Xenoblade 2. Now there is a reason for why I feel like that this is the case, but it does kind of dive into spoilers for Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2, so I'm going to talk about that more in a video where I'm talking about Xenoblade 3's story. Speaking of diving though, it looks like that Xenoblade 3 might actually have some type of diving or underwater exploration, because it looks like for a second in this trailer, it looks like that Mio is actually going to be like plunging into the water here in this scene, so maybe there's actually going to be like underwater sections that are explorable and you can actually find items and stuff, and that really kind of makes me wonder that if there's actually a lot of areas for you to explore in terms of the water, how big really is this world going to be if you can actually explore even under the water, potentially if you can even explore in the skies like in Xenoblade X by flying around. This world really could just be massive. It also looks like that item orbs are back from Xenoblade 1 as the primary way of collecting items, and I'm actually very happy by this. I feel like that they were done very well inside of Xenoblade 1, where you just simply run by them and boom, you have the item instantly inside of your inventory. Xenoblade 2 kind of did these things with collection points, where you had to go to one area and then kind of see like this little mini cutscene with like, draw marks saying, Flora heals an aching soul, or maybe agriculture is Poppy specialist skill, and it kind of just felt a little annoying to have to go through that every single time and then get a couple of items, so I much prefer this way of just simply being able to run by and collect a bunch of items really quickly. Now during the parts where they show the characters running around in the world, we can actually count that there's 4 characters that are present, which is making a lot of people feel that maybe it's possible that we can actually bring 4 characters into the combat of Xenoblade 3, and that would be really awesome. I think that Xenoblade X already did this, where you could have 4 people in combat with you, but having like a mainline Xenoblade game like this do this would just be really awesome, so I'm very excited to see what that could potentially be like, and I do have a video talking about Xenoblade 3's combat, so I'll definitely be referring to that more in detail, so you can look forward to that video in the future. And finally, the last thing that we have here is in some parts of the trailer, we can see like these weird black swirly misty clouds, and they're kind of very reminiscent of the fog beasts that were inside of Future Connected in Xenoblade 1. Now Mr. Takahashi at monolithsoft did mention that Future Connected is tied into the future of the Xenoblade series as a whole, so it'll be interesting to see if fog beasts are actually inside of Xenoblade 3 and maybe what potential role that they had in terms of the connection. And so yeah, there you go guys, those are 10 hidden details from the Xenoblade 3 trailer. There's still a lot of things that I want to talk about from this trailer, but they kind of fall into spoiler territory from Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2, so I'm going to have a more dedicated video talking about Xenoblade 3's story, and then talking even more about the hidden stuff that I didn't talk about in this video, which you can look forward to in that video, so this is kind of just a more spoiler-free video. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click the like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of all this. What are these hidden details, and what do you guys think that they could actually mean for the game? Are there any things that I missed that you still want to talk about? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Xenoblade content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.